Forget everything you think you know about what is possible in construction. While the rest of the world is arguing over potholes and budget cuts, there is a city in the middle of a desert that is literally rewriting the laws of physics. We are talking about Dubai, a place that started as a small pearl diving village and transformed into a neon playground for the future in just a few decades. But what they are doing right now is on a completely different level. Dubai is currently pouring over $100 billion into a new series of mega projects that are making even the most advanced American cities look like they are stuck in the 1950s. We are talking about artificial moons, entire cities built underwater, and a new tallest building that will make the Burj Khalifa look like a toothpick. These projects are so wild, so ambitious, and so expensive that they are leaving engineers across America absolutely speechless. Today we are going to pull back the curtain on these $100 billion dreams and show you exactly how Dubai is building the impossible. Let us start with a project that sounds like it was ripped straight out of a high-budget science fiction movie. It is called Downtown Circle. Imagine a giant continuous ring hovering 550 meters in the air, encircling the Burj Khalifa. This isn't just a walkway, it is a vertical city in the sky with a circumference of 3 kilometers. The scale of this is hard to even wrap your head around. It is designed to be a self-sustaining urban center with housing, public parks, and a high-speed transport system that runs along the outer perimeter. The engineering challenge of suspending a massive circular structure 500 meters above the ground in a region known for sandstorms and extreme heat is staggering. U.S. structural engineers are scratching their heads wondering how you even begin to stabilize such a massive cantilevered ring. Dubai's answer? Innovation at any cost. This is a $5 billion project that aims to solve the problem of urban sprawl by going up and then going out, creating a skyline that looks more like a halo than a city. But if you think a ring in the sky is crazy, wait until you hear about the Dubai Reefs. This is an $80 billion project that is essentially building the world's largest sustainable floating community. We aren't just talking about a few houseboats here. We are talking about an entire floating city that will house residential, hospitality, and commercial facilities, while also acting as a massive marine research hub. The goal is to create 1 billion square feet of artificial reefs to support marine life, while providing a luxury lifestyle for inhabitants. American coastal cities like Miami or New York are struggling with rising sea levels, and they are watching Dubai's approach with a mix of awe and disbelief. Instead of building walls to keep the water out, Dubai is simply moving the city onto the water. This project includes floating solar farms, wave energy converters, and undersea forests. It is an engineering marvel that combines luxury real estate with cutting-edge environmental science in a way that has never been attempted on this scale before. Then there is the project that seeks to bring the heavens down to earth. Enter Moon Dubai. This is a $5 billion mega resort designed to look exactly like the moon. We are talking about a giant hyper-realistic lunar sphere standing over 700 feet tall. Inside, visitors will be able to experience what it feels like to walk on the lunar surface through a simulated moon colony. It isn't just a hotel. It is an immersive experience. The exterior will be illuminated to mimic the phases of the moon, and the interior will house luxury suites, a convention center, and even a private lunar colony for those who want to live the space life without leaving Earth. American architects who have spent years trying to get simple skyscrapers approved in New York or Chicago are looking at this and wondering how Dubai manages to bypass every conventional limit of design. The structural integrity of a sphere that large, combined with the weight of the interior luxury facilities, pushes the boundaries of reinforced concrete and steel to their absolute limits. Now, let us talk about transport. Because what good is a futuristic city if you can't get around it in style? Dubai is currently working on the world's first operational Hyperloop system. While several companies in the US have struggled to bring this technology to life due to regulatory hurdles and funding issues, Dubai is moving full steam ahead. They are building a system that will connect Dubai to Abu Dhabi in just 12 minutes. To put that into perspective, the drive currently takes over an hour and a half. We are talking about pods traveling at speeds of over 700 miles per hour inside a vacuum tube. The engineering required to maintain a perfect vacuum over hundreds of miles in the desert heat is immense. The thermal expansion of the steel tubes alone would be enough to break a standard design, but Dubai's engineers are developing new joint technologies and cooling systems to make it work. It is a $10 billion gamble on the future of transportation that could make the concept of an interstate highway obsolete. Speaking of making things obsolete, Dubai is also building what will become the new tallest structure in the world, the Dubai Creek Tower. Now you might be thinking, don't they already have the tallest building with the Burj Khalifa? They do. But in Dubai, being the best isn't enough. You have to beat yourself. The Creek Tower is designed not just to be a building, but a symbol. It is a massive spire held in place by a network of high-strength cables. Its final height is a closely guarded secret, but it is expected to significantly surpass the 828 meters of the Burj Khalifa. The foundation alone is a record breaker, with piles driven 75 meters deep into the ground. The tower will feature observation decks modeled after the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, and will use a state-of-the-art lighting system that will be visible from space. The sheer wind loads on a structure that thin and tall are terrifying to most engineers. But Dubai is using advanced damping systems and wind tunnel testing to ensure that this needle in the sky remains perfectly stable. But it isn't all about height and speed. Sometimes it is about scale. Take the Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Solar Park. American energy experts are genuinely stunned by the speed and size of this project. It is set to be the largest single-site solar park in the world, with a total investment of $15 billion. It will provide clean energy to over 800,000 homes. The most impressive part isn't just the solar panels. It is the world's tallest concentrated solar power tower, which stands over 260 meters tall. This tower uses mirrors to focus sunlight and heat up molten salt, which can then store energy to provide electricity even when the sun isn't shining. It is a massive leap forward in renewable energy storage, proving that even a region known for its oil can lead the way in green technology. The technical challenge of keeping millions of mirrors clean in a dusty desert environment has led to the development of a fleet of automated cleaning robots, showing that Dubai's megaprojects aren't just about building, they are about high-tech maintenance. Then we have the Royal Atlantis Resort on the Palm Jumeirah. This is a $2 billion architectural masterpiece that looks like a giant game of Jenga played with glass and steel. It is composed of a series of stacked blocks that create massive sky courts and cantilevered pools. Building something that looks this unstable while ensuring it can withstand the salt air and the weight of thousands of tons of water in rooftop pools is a feat of modern engineering. It features the world's largest jellyfish aquarium and a water park that is almost impossible to navigate in a single day. The design is so complex that it required 5 years of constant construction and some of the most specialized glass manufacturing in history. It is a statement of luxury that has American resort designers wondering how they can ever compete with the sheer extravagance of the Arabian Gulf. We also have to look at Dubai South, a city within a city. This is a $32 billion project centered around what will be the world's largest airport, Al Maktoum International. The goal is to create a global hub capable of handling 260 million passengers a year. To give you some context, that is more than double the capacity of Hartsfield-Jackson in Atlanta, currently the world's busiest airport. But it is not just an airport. It is an entire ecosystem designed to support logistics, aviation, and residential living. The engineering involved in moving millions of tons of desert sand to create a flat, stable plane for 5 parallel runways is a multi-year task in itself. The airport will be fully integrated with the city's metro and hyperloop systems, creating a seamless travel experience that is currently unheard of in the United States. Another project that is leaving people speechless is the SeaWorld Abu Dhabi on the neighboring Yas Island, which works in tandem with Dubai's tourism strategy, containing over 58 million liters of water. The glass panels required to hold back that much pressure are several feet thick and were shipped in specialized containers from across the globe. Inside, they have recreated entire polar and tropical ecosystems, using some of the most advanced life support systems ever designed for animals. The level of climate control required to keep a polar environment freezing while it is 45 degrees Celsius outside is an energy and engineering miracle. One of the most unique projects currently under development is the Dubai Urban Tech District. This is a massive hub designed to make Dubai the center of the world's green technology. It will be located on the creek side and will provide over 4,000 jobs in green urban tech. The building itself is a marvel, designed with a bioclimatic facade that regulates temperature naturally, reducing the need for air conditioning. It will feature greenhouses that grow food for the inhabitants and a zero-waste system that recycles all water and trash. US tech hubs like Silicon Valley are watching this closely because Dubai isn't just building offices. It is building a living laboratory for the future of humanity. But why is Dubai doing all this? And why now? The answer is simple. They know the oil isn't going to last forever. They are in a race against time to diversify their economy and become the world's premier destination for tourism, technology, and finance. This $100 billion spending spree is an insurance policy for the future. Every time they build an artificial island or a sky-high ring, they are creating a new reason for people to move there, invest there, and spend money there. The scale of these projects is a form of marketing that America simply hasn't seen since the days of the Hoover Dam or the interstate highway system. In Dubai, the impossible is just a word used to describe something that hasn't been built yet. Let us look closer at the Palm Jebel Ali. This is an artificial island project that was put on hold for years but has recently been revived with a multi-billion-dollar injection of cash. It is twice the size of the original Palm Jumeirah and will add over 100 kilometers of new coastline to the city. The engineering involved in spraying an island into existence using dredging ships is mind-blowing. They use GPS-guided satellites to ensure that every grain of sand is placed exactly where the blueprint says it should be. Then they use vibro-compaction to shake the sand until it is as solid as rock, making it safe to build massive luxury villas on top. American coastal engineers are fascinated by how Dubai manages to battle coastal erosion and sea currents on such a massive scale. Then there is the Dubai Green Spine. This is a $35 billion plan to transform one of the city's main highways into a giant green park. Imagine a highway that is covered by a canopy of solar panels and trees, with cycling tracks and tram lines running through it. It is a complete reversal of the car-centric culture that Dubai was originally built on. The goal is to make Dubai the most walkable city in the world. This project involves retrofitting existing infrastructure on a scale that would be a nightmare in any American city due to zoning laws and public opposition. But in Dubai, once the vision is set, the construction begins immediately. Another mind-blowing project is the Maidan One Mall. While malls are dying in America, Dubai is building the ultimate one. This isn't just for shopping. It features the world's longest indoor ski slope, measuring over 1 kilometer long. It also has a retractable roof that will be opened in the winter months and a massive water fountain that performs light and music shows. The structural engineering required to support a kilometer-long ski slope, which needs to be kept at sub-zero temperatures while suspended over a luxury mall, is insane. The insulation alone is a marvel of material science. You also have the floating seahorse villas. These are 3-story luxury homes where the bottom floor is completely submerged underwater. Imagine lying in bed while sharks and rays swim past your window. Each villa is a feat of naval architecture, ensuring it stays level and stable even as the tides change. They are part of the World Islands Project, a collection of 300 artificial islands, shaped like a map of the world. After years of stagnation, Project the Heart of Europe on these islands is finally coming to life with snow-lined streets in the middle of the desert, achieved through high-tech outdoor climate control systems. American engineers are often left speechless not just by the designs, but by the speed of execution. In the US, a major bridge or tunnel can take 20 years from planning to completion. In Dubai, they can build a whole neighborhood in 3. This is partly due to the massive workforce and the centralized government, but also because of a culture that prioritizes progress above all else. They use prefabricated components, 3D printing on a massive scale, and round-the-clock construction shifts to turn sand into skyscrapers in record time. Indeed, Dubai is now home to the world's largest 3D printed building. They have a mandate that 25% of all new buildings must be 3D printed by 2030. This isn't just a gimmick. 3D printing reduces waste by 60% and labor costs by 80%. While US construction companies are just starting to experiment with 3D printed houses, Dubai is already printing entire office complexes and government buildings. The printers they use are the size of a house themselves, extruding a special concrete mix layer by layer with incredible precision. The city is also becoming a hub for autonomous transportation. They are testing flying taxis and self-driving pods that can join together to form a train. The engineering behind the skypods is particularly interesting. These are high-speed pods that run on a special high-tension steel cable system, requiring much less space and energy than a traditional metro. By 2026, these systems will be moving people across the city at 80 miles per hour, suspended high above the traffic. What is really leaving America speechless is the integration of all these projects. It is not just about one cool building. It is about how they all connect. The Hyperloop leads to the world's largest airport, which is connected to a 3D printed business district, which is powered by a massive solar park. It is a holistic vision of a future city that seems 20 or 30 years ahead of anything else on the planet. The level of digital integration, often called Smart Dubai, uses AI to manage everything from traffic flow to trash collection, making the city an incredibly efficient machine. Even the way they handle water is a mega project. Being in a desert, Dubai relies almost entirely on desalination. They are currently building several of the world's largest reverse osmosis desalination plants, costing billions. These plants use high-pressure pumps to force seawater through membranes, removing salt and providing clean drinking water for millions, which is why it is being paired with the new nuclear and solar power plants. It is a closed-loop system of survival in an environment that was never meant to support this much life. Look at the Dubai Museum of the Future. Many call it the most beautiful building in the world. It is a torus-shaped structure, with a void in the center, covered in Arabic calligraphy that doubles as windows. There isn't a single straight line in the entire building. To build it, engineers had to use complex computer algorithms to design the steel framework, which is composed of thousands of unique pieces. It is a masterpiece of parametric design that shows what happens when you give architects a massive budget and tell them to forget everything they know about traditional building shapes. American architects looking at the Museum of the Future often wonder how they even got the building to stand up, let alone how they manufactured those curved stainless steel panels. The answer lies in a global supply chain where parts were manufactured in multiple countries using the same digital models, and then assembled on site like a giant, three-dimensional puzzle. This level of digital twin technology, where a perfect digital copy of the building exists before it is built, is the gold standard of modern construction. As we move toward the next decade, Dubai's ambition shows no signs of slowing down. They are currently looking into blue carbon projects, which involve planting millions of mangroves to offset the city's carbon footprint. They are also working on the Dubai Silk Road, a massive logistics project that aims to connect the harbor and the airport with a high-speed rail line to dominate global trade. These projects are about more than just vanity. They are about long-term survival and dominance in a changing world. The Burj Al Arab, once the only icon of the city, is now surrounded by dozens of other marvels. But even that icon is getting an upgrade. They recently added a massive north deck to the hotel, which was built in a shipyard in Finland, and then shipped 6,000 miles to Dubai to be attached to the existing structure. This allowed them to add a luxury pool and beach area without disturbing the guests. This kind of modular mega construction is a specialty of Dubai, allowing them to expand the city in ways that seem physically impossible. Another project that is worth millions is the revitalization of the Dubai Creek. They are turning the historic heart of the city into a massive culture and arts district, combined with high-tech residential towers. The goal is to blend the old with the new, showing that Dubai has an identity that goes beyond just glass and steel. But even here, the engineering is modern. They are using advanced techniques to stabilize the creek banks and build underwater tunnels for the new metro lines. Let us not forget the Al Jadaf waterfront, which includes the Mohammed bin Rashid Library, a building shaped like an open book sitting on a lectern. This project cost over $200 million and houses over 4 million books. The structural challenge of a building that wide and top-heavy required a massive central core and specialized foundation work. It is another example of how Dubai uses architecture to make a statement about its values and its future. American visitors to Dubai often come back with stories that sound like they are from another planet. They talk about robots delivering food in hotels, being able to ski in the morning and go to the beach in the afternoon, and a police force that drives Ferraris and uses drones to monitor the sky. But beneath the surface of these stories lies a $100 billion foundation of engineering and grit. It is a city built by people who refuse to take no for an answer. The comparison with American cities is telling. While a new subway line in New York can cost billions and take decades to build just a few miles, Dubai is building entire transport networks from scratch. Crumbling infrastructure to work around is certainly an advantage, but the real difference is the willingness to take risks. Dubai is a venture capital project disguised as a city. They are betting that if you build the most incredible things on Earth, the world will come to you. And so far, that bet is paying off. Dubai has become one of the most visited cities on the planet, and a major hub for global business. The $100 billion they are spending now is just the next level of that game. They are building a world that shouldn't exist, in a place that shouldn't be habitable, using technology that hasn't been tested. It is the ultimate human experiment. As the US looks toward its own future, there is a lot to learn from Dubai. While we might not want to build a moon in the middle of our deserts, the focus on innovation, the speed of construction, and the willingness to dream big are things that can inspire engineers everywhere. Dubai is proving that the only limit to what we can build is our own imagination. The next time you look at a skyline, remember that somewhere out there, a city is building a ring in the sky and a forest under the sea. The world of 2030 and 2050 is being built right now in the sands of the Middle East. It is a world that is leaving America, and the rest of the world, absolutely speechless. From the heights of the Creek Tower to the depths of the floating seahorses, Dubai is a testament to what happens when wealth meets an absolute lack of fear. The $100 billion mega projects are just the beginning. The future, it seems, has already arrived in Dubai. The ocean is inhabited, and the sky is just another place to build a neighborhood. It is a future that challenges our understanding of architecture and urban planning. Dubai is not just a city anymore. It is a global landmark of human achievement. And as the final pieces of these $100 billion projects fall into place over the next few years, the gap between what we thought was possible and what Dubai has achieved will only grow wider. We are watching the birth of the first truly futuristic megacity, and the rest of the world can only watch and wonder as the impossible becomes reality every single day. The desert is no longer just a place of heat and sand. It is the birthplace of the tomorrow we all once only dreamed of.